Hey guys, my name is SickaBOT1 and welcome to Resident Evil 2. This is something I know I've been wanting to do for a while, but just didn't get around to it for one reason or another. One is distractions from other projects. The fact that there came a point where I realized, you know what? I actually want to try to get better picture quality out of the GameCube than I currently do, and so I looked into some options. I'm using HDMI out of a device called a Carby. I'm using Swiss to force this game to run in 480p as opposed to the typical 480i that this game would run in. So, let's roll.
Resident Evil 2.
So, Resident Evil 2. How do we start this journey of survival horror and zombies?
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Finally here.
That guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Hello? Look, I'm sorry I bothered you, okay? Just don't come any closer. Are you listening? Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay.
So that was some FMV for the PlayStation 1.
What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Okay, how was that zombie smart enough to hide in the back of that car for so long without either Chris, wait, Leon or Claire being there? I don't know why I said Chris, but That's the coolest zombie death in this
You
game.
okay?
Still in one piece.
I would get out.
That maniac's gonna win! Run!
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
They were parted by an unescapable destiny. This is just the beginning of their worst nightmare. And now we are straight into the heart of Resident Evil 2. This is one of my favorite Resident Evil games out of the 4 I've played. Oh yeah, I gotta change this. For some dumb reason, they have manual aiming as the default. I don't recommend doing it that way. I believe I have played most of the game in I think the Leon A campaign with it off unwittingly, and then I made one of the final bosses impossible to beat, so... But other than that, this is one of my favorite Resident Evils out of the 4 I've played, unless you count the remake of the first game and the original as 2 separate games, and then I've played 3. I'm not used to 3 whatsoever, and then Code Veronica, but
Freeze!
this is all about this game.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Sorry about that, babe.
I think it's easy to tell that she's not a
I
zombie.
thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
And I guess that's all we're gonna get from him. We're in a zombie-infested area. I can grab some ammo. I often forget about this, but yeah, you can do that. Anyway, you don't necessarily see this scene, but if you wait long enough, they will come and kill this guy. And I get eaten along with them. And pick up his bow gun. I think you can ordinarily get this later in the game anyway, but I just wanted to see if I could nab it. And also nab some ammo. I honestly forgot that was there, but I just wanted to see, because I did know about the Easter egg where you can see him die. So I'm playing it on the GameCube because it's the version I have. Arguably, it is one of the better versions of the game. You can run it in a higher resolution. It has the content of the director's cut, I think. Although one version of the game I do at one point want to own is the N64 version, because unlike most N64 ports of PS1 games, it has the FMV. It's compressed to bits, and the sound quality isn't the best, but they pulled it off, which I think is admirable in its own right, and it has its own exclusive content, I think. It's a bit of a novelty, I will admit, but it's a cool novelty, I think. Just consoles that have no business running games that they shouldn't. I don't know. It was impressive because, you know how the N64 Tony Hawk games had to cut down the music and cut out any full motion video? Well, they pulled it off here. It wasn't impossible, it was just expensive. Unlike with the remake of the first Resident Evil, this is not really a full remake. It's basically a port, but this game would not get its own remake until 2019, just last year. Which I have played some of. I want to say I've played about a third of the Leon A campaign, and just kind of stopped. I do plan to return to it at some point, because I have had a lot of fun with the game, but I don't know, it got pretty heavy at points. Like, really stressful, especially with the Mr. X stuff. And just the atmosphere, way more oppressive. Here, it's still kind of oppressive, but you know what? It has dated by quite a bit. Obviously, there's the way the textures look. Like, no amount of upscaling will really make them all that frightening as they used to be when this game released in 1998, but, unlike the GameCube remake of the original Resident Evil, which is still pretty effective, and especially when upscaled to HD. I don't have one of those versions, I still just have the original on GameCube. At some point, maybe. And of course, when I finish the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm starting with Claire. I'm doing Claire A, Leon B. Yeah, I will do the Leon B campaign, because I feel like most people consider Leon A, Claire B to be the most canon for this game, and I want to change it up a little bit. Also, the arm stuck to me for a little bit before falling off. That's kind of funny. And also horrifying. Obviously, it doesn't have the same level of body physics as the remake, but I don't know, it's still kind of cool for its time. And the visuals, at least, I think they aged a lot better than the original Resident Evil, which is kind of garish, kind of cheesy. This is cheesy in its own right, especially with the dialogue and the story. I got hit way more times than I would have liked on my way to the police station, but here. This is something I know about and have tried to do on many occasions. If you manage to get through here without getting any pickups in the very early stages of the game, you will find a zombified Brad Vickers here, the helicopter pilot from the first game, who was too chicken to actually help you do anything. And you find out that he got turned into a zombie, and you can kill him and get a costume for... get a key that leads you to a costume room. It's kind of an Easter egg. And it's very difficult to kill him, because he takes a lot of knife hits, and the amount of ammo that you start with in your gun, it's a guarantee it's not going to be enough. Here's the police station. An iconic piece of Resident Evil. And it's blurry as hell, because the backgrounds are pre-rendered. This was originally meant for the PlayStation in 240p, and I'm forcing it... Well, the GameCube version is in 480i. I'm forcing it to run in 480p using Swiss. I mean, I think it cleans up nice. It doesn't have the texture... Okay, it has a little texture wobbling, but it's not as extreme as with the PS1 version. So the reason that this is one of my favorite Resident Evil games, I go back and forth between the one remake and this one, is because, I don't know, it feels very replayable compared to something like Nemesis. And I've actually taught myself to speedrun this game at one point. I've probably lost all that knowledge by now, but I did speedrun this game in less than 3 hours on the Leon A campaign, albeit with unlimited ammo, but otherwise it would have been too difficult for me. I have nothing to prove. I just wanted to unlock the 4th survivor mode, and I haven't even played it yet. Anyway.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
That hang in there.
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures
Were they zombies?
in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But
Just go.
Okay. Just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
Way to pull a gun on her, one of the only survivors of this outbreak. I mean, I know that you're trying to get her to actually to try to survive, but I mean, making her feel like she's gonna die, no. Threatening her like that, I don't understand, and we're kind of an empty threat. I know you're not gonna pull the trigger on me. Of course, in real life, I probably wouldn't take that risk, but anyway, the key he gave us will allow us to unlock the doors. So, stuff has opened up. At least a little bit. So, I think you can do this in any order, but there's a limited amount of stuff that you can even do if you take the right side, judging by this map. So I'm going to take the left side. This is a little more meaty for now. Oh, it's hot. It is hot. Now, one of the reasons I originally wanted to do this sooner is because timeliness with the Resident Evil 3 remake, which I still don't have. I don't want to spend $60 on it because it is kind of short. The original game is technically kind of short too, but I don't know, $60, probably not something I want to spend my money on. I waited on the Resident Evil 2 remake for that to drop in price as well, for the record. And I'm not going to read through these. It's just there to tell you that combination to a safe is 2236. Excuse me. So, I'm just going to put that away. I'm going to hold on to the knife for now, because it might be useful. It might be. Just because Claire also starts out with a lockpick, whereas Leon gets a lighter. I think that Claire definitely got the long end of the stick, because it allows her to do these. Whereas you need small keys in order to unlock these locks as Leon. So, now that we've nabbed those things, I'm actually going to go against my word and double back to the other side. Up these stairs and to the other side. Old school Resident Evil, where you had to press A to go through doors. Well, you had to do that to go through doors in the later games, but to go upstairs. I didn't know you could actually go back out here. There's probably going to be nothing for you there. There's nothing else in that stretch. I mean, it's in my opinion, one of the most iconic sections of any Resident Evil game, but it's a one and done deal when you start up a game. So this is a bit nerve-wracking. Look at all these zombies, and I don't think there's really anything for you past there. You might be able to grab some items early, but I'm not going to risk it. I would have to waste too many of my handgun bullets for that. Whereas this room, I mean, there's still a lot of zombies, but you can get around them. That zombie is not dead. Lying on the floor, he is not dead. You can see him moving his head. This one is dead, though. I'm pretty sure. And you get some bullets off of him. Hooray! Yeah, locked. And that's that heart there. Starting out with this game, you're going to try to find a bunch of keys, and they resemble the suits on cards. I don't think there's any point to going in here. Okay, you can grab some green herbs, and I would like to stock up on green herbs as soon as I can. I'll probably combine them. And try to only heal when I'm in a dire situation, which, it's me. I'm going to be in a dire situation. Also, the fact that you only get 2 ink ribbons per pickup is kind of nerve-wracking to me. Ink ribbons allow you to save your progress. Trying to catch people up to speed in case they've never played a Resident Evil game before. Wouldn't that be weird if me playing this game was someone's first exposure to the Resident Evil franchise? I mean, that's just something I don't think is possible. Come on. Okay, fell to the floor. Nice. Let's enter this code in. 2, 2, 3, 6. And inside, we get some acid rounds, something we can't actually use until we get the right weapon. And we get a police station map. I think this is only for the first floor. Oh, no, it's for the entire thing. Never mind. It even does a nice thing where it tells you what locks are on each door. It doesn't tell you if certain doors are unlocked, but it's nice that that has that feature. I think you can also get something behind the chief's desk. If I'm correct, can I get something behind the chief's desk? I'm pressing the A button, so I'm gonna... Nope! There we go! Found another green herb. Okay, my gun is empty. And we just have the maximum amount of herbs that can be combined. 3. There's green herbs, and then there's red herbs, which increase the power of green herbs. There's blue herbs that cure poison, but we're not going to see that for a while. Jeez, there are a lot of zombies here. Fall. Okay, fine, I'll take the hit. Whatever. I can't turn into a zombie anyway, for some reason. I mean, that's the one trope of zombies, that biting them turns you into a zombie. And the series does use that, but only for NPCs. If you get bit, all you take is some damage, and you never turn into a zombie. That's kind of funny. I don't know why. I guess it's protagonist immunity or something. That's probably a trope. And the rest over there is some goodies and some rooms that we don't have unlocked yet, whereas we can get a far bit farther by going over here. And you might be wondering why I haven't saved yet. Mainly because I like to live on the edge. But you know what? You know what? I know I just went through this door as if I was going to continue on, but I'm gonna save here because I have made a significant amount of progress. I've taken some hits. I'm still in the yellow caution, so that's nice. And this was the first game in the series to popularize the clutching of the stomach to indicate taking damage. Now, excuse me, this 5th slot here was my original attempt at trying to Let's Play this game, like a few months ago. I recorded it with the intention of it being the final product, but I decided, you know what, it can wait, I'm busy with other stuff. I want to see if I can find a better video solution for my GameCube. And I have. I'll go further in depth into it in a future video, like where I detail my gaming room setup. Put that in there. And of course put that in there. First aid sprays reduce your rank. So if you're going for a certain rank, don't do that. Uh-oh. What's slithering around there? Did I just invent a word? I think I did.